promised to provide more immigration officers, judges, and attorneys to speed up cases and deportations. But Governor Rick Perry is saying that's not enough. He's written a letter asking the president to come see the humanitarian crisis unfolding at our border for himself. But what exactly can be done to weaken the surge? That's our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also tweet using the hashtag Fox26forlife. Joining us live in the newsroom again is legal analyst Chris Tritico, news analyst Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. We've got a lot of people weighing in on this one already on social media this morning, guys.
Well, this is such a hot topic all the time, and it stays a hot topic. You know, this new problem started when the president said that he was not going to deport kids who were brought here as children by their parents, and that turned into a surge of children coming across the border, probably wrongfully, because that's not what the president said or intended to do. Governor Perry wrote him a letter saying, come down here and see this for yourself. And at or near the same time, I don't know which came first, the president announced that he was sending more border guards, increasing the number of immigration judges, increasing bed space so that they can hold people in detention facilities until they get deported, and actually going to spend some more money down here to deal with this crisis. Mustafa Tamiz, is Governor Perry really trying to solve a problem, or is he trying to run for president? Is President Obama coming down here? Is that really going to fix anything?
I mean, like, you know, there are times the president might come in and there's a question whether Governor Perry was going to shake his hand or not.
Right.
So I don't think that there's a lot of love lost between the two. And the Governor Perry is running for president, and he wants to make this a hot button issue. Last time when he ran for president and in the Republican primary, because his position on immigration was humane, that he got knocked out and he got roundly defeated. And so this time he chooses to be inhumane when he wants to talk about immigration. And so he doesn't really care about what happens to the kids. He wants to make some political points so that he can run for the Republican primary. I think this is the real problem. I think more needs to be done. But this partisan attacks to try to make points against Obama is not going to help solve this problem.
The president announced he was sending more judges, increased bed space, increased border agents, and I think the story said attorneys to speed up the deportations. Is that enough?
The president is finally acknowledging that there's a problem. So I think that's a very good start. And last week, Mustafa said that Republicans were spewing racist rhetoric by saying a lot of these kids coming in are related through gangs. And I did my research after that because I knew I read it somewhere. The Washington Post says that that came from the Obama administration. They're the ones saying they're the ones saying they're the ones saying that a majority of the children coming in.
I don't think they're saying the majority of the kids, the 50,000 kids that are coming in, are all gang members.
Look it up. I looked it up after the show.
So you're telling me that are 50,000
people? Look it up.
People?
Washington Post. I looked it up after the show. But let me finish my point. My point is, but I did look it up. Washington Post.
Yeah, you looked it up, but you read.
But my point is that the fact that he is acknowledging there is a problem. This is something conservatives have been saying from day one. We've been saying let's secure our borders first, then talk about amnesty and other issues. And the fact that the numbers that we're looking at, 41,000, you see quoted some are saying 30,000. The president is now saying, I'm going to start putting more ammunition, more money, more everything, because this is a serious problem.
Okay, but I asked you this last week, and I want to ask you again because I haven't got an answer yet. How do you seal a 2,500-mile border?
And I did answer you, but I guess you didn't like my answer. My answer was, you have to put more infrastructure, like the president is suggesting, like Governor Perry has asked, and you could call it a political issue all you want to. It's a real problem. When you have 40,000 people coming through, and a lot of them, according to the Washington Post, are related and dealing with gangs, this is a real problem.
Hey. All right, hang on. Republicans say we have to seal the border before they'll do any comprehensive reform. How do you seal a 2,500-mile border?
The bill that was offered, both on the House and the Senate side, that passed the Senate, didn't get through the House, was going to, increase the number of border patrols to 44,000 border patrols. Even that wasn't good enough. So on one hand, they will say we want to increase resources. On the other hand, they say we don't want to pay for anything. So that's one. But two, the answer about, a majority of the kids coming across are gang members. It's just completely false. I don't care where you look it up. People should Google it themselves.
How do you know that? Or you're not there with the
So you're saying you can make an accusation the majority of the kids that are coming are gang members?
I read it in the paper.
The
And how
paper
can
did
you
not
say
say
the writer of
majority.
the Washington
It does
Post
not
is
say
wrong? You're not
majority.
there at the
There is
border.
nothing
How
that
do you know
says the
that?
majority.
All right, we're going to have to leave it right there. I think we're out of time. I think that's what she just told me.
Yeah.
We'll
Are
be
we out
back
of time?
next
Oh,
week.
we have a few more. Okay, we have about a minute
We have
left
more
then?
time?
Okay. Do we have time to show some social media? We do. Okay. Senator Ted Cruz says if the Homeland Security Secretary, if the federal government won't secure the border, let's let Texas do it. Sean says it's like a light bulb changing joke. How many federal agencies does it take to secure the border? We don't know. They haven't done it yet. And then one quick comment from Facebook. Peggy says, first, you need to stop the immigration hold. Don't hold them at taxpayers' expense, she says. Second, quit catering to them with free education, medical, etc.
You know, that's two different things. Holding them while you're doing a deportation case and giving them education is two different things. And the state of Texas requires that everyone under the age of 18 go to school. And so we don't, and whether you're here legally or not, the state law requires that you go to school. And so educating them is not the issue. The issue is, and I'm getting back to this, that people keep saying you got to seal the border. I don't see any way to do that.
What I said last week and what I'm saying now is you can do a better job than what you're doing now. The president, by saying he is now going to put more money into border security, he's going to put more people, he's now going to improve the infrastructure. He is acknowledging that there needs to be better security.
Is putting more money into the deportation system, is that the same thing?
I read in the paper that Governor Perry is going to put in $35 million to help secure the border. The fact that he hadn't done it till now tells me that he hasn't been doing his job. I read that in the paper too.
That doesn't tell you that he's not doing
Has
it.
Governor Perry,
I read it, right?
That's crazy.
That's
Governor
the
Perry
spin that you're using.
has Governor Perry flip-flopped on his immigration policies?
No, he's been very, very steadfast that he thinks our borders need to be secure, just like all the other conservatives. And again, these numbers, all it does is confirm what we've been saying from day one: secure the borders.
But when he ran
first.
for president, he said famously, if you don't believe in giving these kids a college education at state rates,
That doesn't mean he didn't say. That doesn't mean he didn't want the borders secure.
Governor
that
Perry,
has nothing to do with
Governor
the other.
Perry has learned the political cost of being humane, because in the Republican primary, unless you're just rabid on immigration, which is a racist part of the attitude, you can't survive. You can't get elected.
But all liberals, that's what they go to. They go to racism. They spout that just because we're saying obey the law. They're saying, oh, because we're saying obey the law, we're racist.
Can't you get a border security measure and a comprehensive reform at the same time?
What we're saying is, first you got to do the
No,
border
I'm
security.
asking you a different
That's
question.
the talking
Can't you
point.
do it?
First secure the border, first secure the first secure. You can't
Which
talk
means
about
you never have it done.
40,000 kids come in illegally. That's not a talking point. That's
All
a
right.
fact. 40,000 kids. That's a fact.
Final
We
thought.
should care about these kids because they're human beings. They're not these crazy wild people running across the border. These
They're
are
coming
little
in
kids.
here illegally.
All right.
As an immigrant, you should respect that. As an immigrant, I respect the laws. And they're coming in here illegally, period.
That's a sad fact in our country. When a 5-year-old comes over the border, we call him a gangbanger. Sad.
All right, we got to leave it right there.
I don't think they
Sally,
said
we'll be back
5-year-olds.
next
They
week
said the teenagers.
with some hot news stories.
All right, I think we'll extend this topic to next week for
There we go.
sure. Okay, see you then, guys.